Livestock Marketing Act of 2017, Model Agricultural Produce and Livestock Contract Farming and Services Promotion and Facilitation Act of 2018. So 3 model agriculture related laws we would like state governments to consider favorably. Second of the 16 action points, water stress related issues are now a serious concern across the country. Our government is proposing comprehensive measures for 100 water stressed districts. Our government is proposing comprehensive measures for 100 water stressed districts. Third of the 16, in the budget speech of July 2019, I had stated that Annadata can be Urja Data also. The PM Kusum scheme removed farmers' dependence on diesel and kerosene and linked pump sets to solar energy. Now I propose to expand the scheme to provide 20 lakh farmers for setting up standalone solar pumps. Further, we shall also help another 15 lakh farmers solarize their grid-connected pump sets. In addition, a scheme to enable farmers to set up solar power generation capacity on their fallow and barren lands and to sell it to grid would be operationalized. Speaker, sir, this is a major step forward in which we are saying that farmers, if they have fallow or barren lands, now will be helped to set up solar power generation units so that they can then sell that which is being generated, solar power, to the grid, and through the grid, having given the solar power from their barren land, they will be able to make a living out of their barren land also. Fourth of the 16, our government shall encourage balanced use of all kinds of fertilizers, including the traditional organic and other innovative fertilizers. This is a necessary step to change the prevailing incentive regime which encourages excessive use of chemical fertilizers. So this is an important point. I'd like to repeat it. This is a necessary step to change the prevailing incentive regime which encourages excessive use of chemical fertilizers. Honorable Speaker, sir, in Tamil Nadu, there was a very wise old woman saint poet who lived more than 3,000 years ago. And she had used every letter of the Tamil alphabet to teach children moral stories. Not stories, moral lines. Each line was only 3-worded ones. They were very simple ones. They are called Aati Chudi, written by Avayar. Whilst talking about effective use of land, taking care of your land, removing weeds and making sure you tend to it properly, she had just used 3 words in a little sentence, which says it all. And that's exactly what our Prime Minister is aiming to achieve, so that the farmlands are used with proper manure, not excessive manure, and limited water to grow their grains. Bhumi Tirutti Un is the line from Aati Chudi, which was said by a saint poet, a woman called Avayar. Bhumi Tirutti Un. First, tend to your land, take care that you're not excessively leaving it, and then trying to take a crop out of it. So the 5th point out of my 16 action points. India has an estimated capacity of 162 million metric tons of agri warehousing, cold storage, reefer van facilities, and so on. NABARD will undertake an exercise to map and geotag them. In addition, we propose creating warehousing.
पानी की समस्या से जूझ रहे 100 जिलों के लिए व्यापक उपाय किए जाने का प्रस्ताव हमारी सरकार 2022 तक किसानों की आय दोगुना करने के लिए प्रतिबद्ध है। कृषि को प्रतिस्पर्धात्मक बनाकर किसानों की उन्नति सुनिश्चित की जा सकती है। पानी की कमी से संबंधित मुद्दे अब देश भर में गंभीर चिंता का विषय है।
Sixth action point. As a backward linkage, a village storage scheme is proposed to be run by SHGs. This will provide farmers a good holding capacity and reduce their logistics cost. Women SHGs can avail of Mudra or NABARD assistance and regain their position as Dhanya Lakshmi. We've heard of Dhana Lakshmi often, and many of us are familiar with Dhanya Lakshmi, and I'm sure many of us do recall the days when women in the villages were the ones who kept the seed for the entire village, and they would distribute seeds as and when a farmer required it. So we would like to restore women SHG groups to play that role or at the village level as Dhanya Lakshmis, being assisted by Mudra and being assisted by NABARD. To build a seamless national coal supply chain for perishables,
बैकवर्ड लिंकेजेस के रूप में ग्राम भंडार स्कीम स्व सहायता समूहों द्वारा चलाए जाने का प्रस्ताव।
Kisan Rail through PPP arrangements. There shall be a refrigerated coaches in express and freight trains as well, so that perishable goods can be quickly, easily within the country transported, and the benefit will accrue to the farmers. Krishi Udan will be launched by the Ministry of Civil Aviation, not just trains. Krishi Udan will be launched by the
बैकवर्ड
Ministry of
लिंकेज के
Civil
रूप में
Aviation
ग्राम भंडार स्कीम स्व सहायता समूहों द्वारा चलाए जाने का प्रस्ताव।
This will immensely help improve value realization, especially
दूध, मांस तथा मछली समेत खराब होने वाली वस्तुओं के लिए किसान रेल चलाई जाएगी।
Horticulture sector. So this is very important. Point number 9 of the 16th. Horticulture sector with its current produce. It's a very important point, sir. Horticulture sector with its current produce of 311 million metric ton exceeds the production of food grains. Horticulture exceeds the production of food grains. For better marketing and export, we propose
नागर विमानन मंत्रालय अंतर्राष्ट्रीय और राष्ट्रीय मार्गों पर कृषि उड़ान की शुरुआत करेगा।
Will focus on one product, one district, so that a high focus is given at the district level for products in horticulture to really gain that momentum. 10th of the 16 action points. Integrated farming systems in rain-fed areas shall be expanded. Multi-tier cropping, beekeeping, solar pumps, solar energy production in non-cropping season will be added. Sir, I had mentioned in my July budget, zero budget natural farming. That shall also be included in our activities. The portal on Jaivik Kheti, online national organic products market will also be strengthened. So the next point, the 11th, financing on negotiable warehousing receipts, ENWR, has already crossed more than 6,000 crores. Financing on negotiable warehousing receipts. This will be integrated with National Agriculture Market, the electronics one. The next point is the 12th of the 16. Non-banking finance companies and cooperatives are active in the agriculture credit space. The NABARD refinance scheme will be further expanded. Agricultural credit target for the year 2021 has been set at 15 lakh crores, 15 lakh crores, agricultural credit availability. All eligible beneficiaries of PM Kisan will be covered under the KCC, Kisan Credit Card Scheme. 13th of the 16th. Our government intends to eliminate foot and mouth disease, brucellosis in cattle, and also what is called the PPP, PPR in sheep, which is a French expression. Sorry for those who know French, I'll try to pronounce. Peste des petits ruminants. PPR in sheep and goat by 2025. So foot and mouth disease, brucellosis in cattle, and also PPR in sheep and goat by 2025 will be eliminated. Coverage of artificial insemination shall be
नाबार्ड की पुनः वित्त पोषण स्कीम का विस्तार किया जाएगा.
मनरेगा would be dovetailed to develop fodder farms. Further, we shall facilitate doubling of milk processing capacity from 53.5 million metric tons to 108 million metric tons by 2025. From 53.5 million metric tons of milk to 108 million metric tons by 2025. 14th point, blue economy. Our government proposes to put in place a framework for development, management and conservation of marine fishery resources. 15th, youth in coastal areas benefit through fish processing and market. By 2022-23, I propose raising fish production to 200 lakh tons. Propose raising fish production to 200 lakh tons. Growing of algae, seaweed and cage culture will also be promoted. So this coming point is very important. Our government will involve youth in fishery extension work through 3,477 Sagar Mitras and 500
मनरेगा को चारागार के रूप में विकसित किया जाएगा.
We hope the rural youth, particularly those who are in the coastal areas and inland fishing areas, will work as Sagar Mitras and also form 500 fish farmer producer organizations. You know that we already have a farmer producer organization which is FPO. Now
हमारी सरकार समुद्री मत्स्य संसाधनों के प्रबंध के लिए एक फ्रेमवर्क बनाने का प्रस्ताव करती है.
Under Deen Dayal Antyodaya Yojana for alleviation of SHGs have been mobilized. We shall further expand on SHGs in this regard too. Now, for the fund allocation, for the 16 different steps that I have announced, they are being stated under two broad categories. They are being stated under two broad categories. For the sector comprising of agriculture, allied activities, irrigation and rural development, an allocation of 2.83 lakh crores has been made for 2020-21, and it is divided, among other things, for agriculture, irrigation and allied activities, 1.6 lakh crores. For rural development and Panchayati Raj, 1.23 lakh crores. Both put together, it is about 1.73 lakh, 2.8 lakh, 83 lakh crores. 2.83 lakh crores. Wellness and water and sanitation is the second under Aspirational India. I said my three themes: Aspirational India, Economic Development and Caring Society. Under each, I state three which contain specific programs. Aspirational India, already I have mentioned about the rural development and so on. Now I talk of wellness, water and sanitation. We have a holistic vision of healthcare that translates into wellness for citizens. Mission Indradhanush has been expanded to cover 12 such diseases, including 5 new vaccines. Fit India movement is a vital part of fight against non-communicable diseases coming out of lifestyle issues. A very focused safe water Jal Jeevan mission and comprehensive sanitation program Swachh Bharat mission have been launched to support the health vision that would reduce the disease burden on the poor. Presently, under PM Jan Arogya Yojana, there are more than 20,000 empaneled hospitals.